Hi, welcome back to War of Eve 2. So, they've reinforced here. I want to move infantry into there. We want to hold it, but we don't want to keep our armoured units on the front. Rout that guy. Alright. You can run through to there. What we could do is doing shifting this guy here. Didn't think that was going to work very well. We'll see what that does. It could cause a panic. Yeah. I've lost the momentum now. Never really had a momentum, but move this infantry corps back to rebuild. The 9 here. Take these 2 infantry divisions as well. And we'll bounce straight off, taking heavy casualties. Of course we will. Why would I think that anything else would happen? You guys need to have a better commander. You need to be not on the front. Undo that. You need to be not on the front line. 20 to 30. Level to 4. It's worth an attempt at least. Yeah, they keep raiding me, don't they? They're coming out, beating me up, and then running back in. Move this corps up. It's a nice defensive position. They need to refit heavily. I just need to be fit. Getting this bar is taking too much out of me. Let's check my reserves. I'm just going to stick everyone here on refit reserve. In the reserves, nothing worth taking. Too many artillery regiments and everything like that already. Okay. Well, existing units now. Cool. Okay. Let's get a load of these out. Get those SUs on the field. Excellent. .43 anti-tank regiments. Don't want any rifle brigades, I'm trying to get rid of them. Can't afford any more rifle corps. Let's go a ton of tanks in the pool. Maybe I'm just not building enough tanks. Alright, yes, they do not like me pushing down here. That's fine, we tried. It might move their troops around a bit. Oh, actually hold them up there. Sure. Yeah. And defensive line. Right, only 500 sorties. Doop. Oh, looks like the more HQs disappeared. So the 5th Shock Army needs to find a new home. This Guards Tank Army. That's everyone. We've secured this little we secured this little dent here, but it's not doing as much because we need more troops. Just very hard to get enough troops in one place. We can cycle these two around. Oh, if we can find another mergeable division, we can. They want. Division out here. And then these two out here. Become a core, we can go back into there. We're going to run a new depot here. Yeah, we're running low on the mergeable ones now. These guys are back a little bit to recover. Enemy are heavily dug in. I'm just going to give up on that bit of land there. A little bit worried about this sector here. I have to send a core over. Possibly 2. That's just a shell of it for myself. Not much I can do up here. Small modicum of revenge there. Much of a bad idea this? Probably a big one. Oh. Yep. Doesn't look like we can D-Day on time, does it? Hopefully, though, if I set this to our standard 70%, there's lots of support unit regiments, anti-tank regiments. Yep. That's 2,000 tanks, 500 guns, and 40,000 men. We'll see what that does for us next turn. just seeing a HQ here that needs. Alright, punching us again to the north, but we held. That force is ducking quite nicely. Alright, defensive line, nice quick one. Alright, 7 and 5 sorties, not bad. Bunch more tanks to send out. Pop you back into here so you can recover. Quick scan for any weak spots / strong points for me. And what I'm supposed to be doing is like properly forming up and hammering the same spot for like multiple times. I just don't have the troops. Oh, they've retreated. Alright, let's make use of this. I've just given up a load of good defensive ground. You need to live in them. I mean, this could be a big trap. I could be doing something very stupid, but I need to push the map forwards. I wonder if they're having to pull troops out for other theatres. And they just shorten the line a bit. You'd have to give me even Leningrad back. By the time I advance through this. Now I've dug in again, haven't they? It looks like they've retreated to Leningrad. I'd be a fool not to take this. It may up. It's shorten their line and it's going to extend my line. At least this is around the Lake Elmian here. We can dig in. Yeah, I was not expecting that. Let's take that port. Gives us a better supply line down there. Very nice of them, isn't it? Right, board the choo-choo train. Build a new depot here. Depot here. Send this rifle corps up because we need to support this front. Let's reinforce this, but not push up to their line. Allies have landed in Anzio. Air combat's increased. Far east ground we can do 10. Should be okay still. Still got excess guys in Europe. So, my score is slowly dropping. Yay. That man's increasing. That guns is increasing. That tanks shot up. That aircraft shot up. How are we doing for tanks if I want to build more than 10 of them? Right. Just keep pushing out the tanks, I think. Go on. Do something stupid. Alright, 700 sorties, no German attacks, minimal Soviet losses, another 1,000 tanks heading to the front. Alright, no sorties either, so we're going to have to be, if we don't run face first into the German line. I mean, we can see some of them here, but oh, that's the German line here. There should be. Yep, we found them. Up here, they're still near Leningrad. You take the side step to there, take that port. We're not people Leningrad, we are coming. I'm sure we're going to do it when we get there, but we're coming. And you can push forwards. At least pushing forward with a cavalry unit means that we'll be able to advance a bit quicker next turn. So that'll all be our territory. And these guys here can zoom forward a little bit more. Oh. And that's 21. Back. I'm a little bit worried about how thin this is spreading my line. This is looking a bit paper thin, isn't it? Yeah, we got no core right here. This we can't even tell when we've walked up to them what they've got. Cavalry corps in the back here. Right, looking down here. Not much has changed. They're still heavily dug in. My forces are still relatively weak. They're definitely retreating up there to give themselves a better position. I'm just going to have to hold here and hope we can recover slightly. Yeah, at least the Anzio means that Italy should be progressing. wonder if I go to Commander, change my theatre box back to the map. And this is anyone above 70% TOE. Let's put them back to ready and see what that does. These guys who've won Stargirls, yeah. That's the Baltic front. Can we have a go at... We don't want to disband anyone. Got 59 points. Rifle Corps. Right, a few more Rifle Corps. Get some more troops on the line. No one's getting any air support. Right. Another boring turn from them. You have to keep telling me that they're playing the European campaign. Got that hint by now. 32 there, that's not bad. Couple of 22s here. There's a chance that these guys might be able to that, but on the other hand, there's also a 90-odd tank divisions there that will immediately push me in. This guy here's being annoying. Alright, let's form our new line. Yeah, we know the Germans are there now. It's good to know at least. These guys are looking better. Alright, most nice guys. This guy's made a mistake. Everyone rush forward and teach them the meaning of pain. Cavalry unit can move up as well. I think I might need a rail repair unit up here, but there's not really much in the way of rail to repair. Right, you're not breaking us there. You can move to there. That's the rail repair unit. Yes, at least the map's moved. Over a turn like that, I might be able to start pushing forwards. Right, let's switch back to the reserves. Send another 1,000 tanks to the front. I mean, at least I've spiked the number of tanks. Hey, nope, they're not happy how far forward I've gone. Well, it's more the fact I've cut that guy off. Oh, German attacks across the line. Oh, they're advancing, they're advancing. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. It's defensive line at least. Alright. 500 sorties. Nasty 25,000 losses. We got more guys in the Shrine courses than we need. Yeah. Down here, no one's strong enough to do anything. Solid wall of X's. Hit that with 58. Not much more. Still need to recover. Still need to recover. Oh, there's a few more rifle corps ready. A lot more men going to the front. Nothing to plug this gap. Have to move these guys down. Which basically says that this is like my farthest advance. We can slow train forward here. But even that is going to be limited growth. Yeah. If I can get a depot, it's going to be road depots, but a few depots up here is better than nothing. I should pop a couple of HQs in there. There you go, that pushes more supplies through. Depot here. Depot here. Move you up to there. There's a couple of railroad repair units up here. They'll be useful for next turn. Just, yeah, mildly depressing. The Batman is just not recovering. Right, they're still pushing in the north. Quite heavily. Ouch. And defensive line. Right, only 56 sorties. Heavy blizzard. No sign of any weak spots. Again. My losses probably spiked. Oh, 22 is not bad. Germans are basically losing no men. They can hold this for a long time. I don't know how to break that. We've got a bunch more combat divisions, but I'd have to think where to put them. That's a problem for next time, so thanks for watching. I'll see you then.